was filmed at 1009 Kingston Road in Toronto.
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin?
It's a craze.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
How are you feeling about it? Because you said that you watched the documentary. I'm completely excited about it.
You know what? I was confused up until I watched that documentary that's on Netflix.
Yeah.
I was totally confused.
Oh,
I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a hoax. But now I come to see people are making money off of this thing. Right. And everybody's getting involved.
So what's
I
your
want to be a part
understanding of it? Because I'm seeing it almost like a libertarian philosophy.
Well, the thing that I like about it is it's tax-free. It's tax-free money that's virtual.
Your face is flipping.
Right?
This is hilarious.
The government can't control it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So anything I can take, anything that's out of the government's hand, we've been getting ripped off for our whole lives, pretty much. So now we finally have something that we could use that's not getting taxed, and there's no restrictions, nothing on it. So I love it. I'm getting involved.
Dope. So you're going to be investing. Now, you said you're a computer guy.
Yeah.
And you're a bit wary about Bitcoin.
Yes.
Like, what are you?
Well, for investment purposes, like anything, this is a bit of a flash in the pan. It's one out of many virtual currencies that just happened to catch on.
And why?
That's exactly it.
Why does that
Why did it gain traction so fast?
Right.
You know, like who pumped it out there? And because all of them work on a very, very similar principle. They all keep a ledger. They all do massive computational. You want to make a Litecoin or a Bitcoin or an Ethereum coin, you do those computations on your computer and you eventually will gain some of that currency. Why Bitcoin all of a sudden exploded out of nowhere baffles me. And just like any rush on a stock market or say, oh, tulips are the next best thing, which happened to Holland in the 1800s. People have assigned an unrealistic value to it. And like any Ponzi scheme, it's eventually got to crash.
A Ponzi scheme. Okay, wait. He's calling it a Ponzi scheme. My mom called it a pyramid scheme as well, but I feel like some people just don't understand what's going on.
I don't think it's a Ponzi scheme or a pyramid scheme. I think Bitcoin to me is the rival to traditional currency, where it gives the people more power of their dollar. Modern day currency is a ripoff. It technically has no value. It's a piece of paper.
Well, this is what he's... Okay, so value. Let's talk value. Intrinsic value. Don't we put value to everything? Because at one point, people were using cowrie shells, right?
Right.
To trade.
Right.
Right? So what makes Bitcoin any less...
I don't think it makes it any less per se than what currency is, right? What I think is that it's okay. The traditional mindset of currency, like an American dollar, Canadian dollar,
is based against the gold.
Remember, and the government is producing this currency and giving it to us and telling us, okay, it's worth $1. And it's like the biggest scam in the world is the dollar, or the pound, or the real, or whatever, right? Bitcoin is the counteraction to that. It's the poor man's dollar. It's our IOUs that we trade amongst ourselves.
Wow. And the bank is using your money all the time to make investments for
Bitcoin
themselves.
is a free world.
Exactly. They're flipping money themselves.
Yeah, it's free world. It's free world. It's true free world. It's not controlled. And that's why they're pissed off, too.
But you also have to wonder too, right? On the flip side of things, sure, it's great. You put your money in, you make money off of it.
Yeah.
But again, who started this, right? I'm still questioning
What's his name? And I wanted to say
that's not a real person's name, though. That's not a real person.
I'll say the name. Satoshi Nakamoto.
Satoshi Nakamoto.
Supposedly a 40-something-year-old Japanese man, but nobody can confirm it.
Right.
Also, he's put away 20 million. He's put away 1 million Bitcoin for himself. So that's 20% of the company that he owns.
I think actually this guy now is a secret billionaire, and the reason why he's hiding
billionaire. Everybody knows he's a billionaire.
And the reason why he's hiding his identity is because he's a threat.
He's hiding his identity,
right? Because people want to kill him because he's shaking. He is, you know, like Uber. How Uber is what they call it. it disrupts the market.
Yeah, a
It
monopoly. like?
changes the status quo.
Yeah.
That's what that guy did with Bitcoin.
I think it might be even a little bit bigger.
that's what I'm saying.
Because I feel like
It could be a
I
girl.
feel like
Could be a girl.
he did the math. I feel like this thing has been worked all the way out. I feel like he did the math because why would he just keep 20%
Thank
for
you.
himself? Hasn't touched not a single, not a decimal of it, and it just keeps growing and growing and growing. And the
I agree
crazier
with
we
you.
become about it, the larger his pot
Yes.
gets.
Because-
Imagine creating something
and
like that.
because of what?
Imagine creating something like
Because
that.
of greed. And the only reason why it's getting so big is because people are getting greedy, right?
Yeah.
They're like, oh my God, this thing's growing. No. It's growing out of control, right? It's unreal the way the thing grows. And people are like, oh my God, I wanna be in on this. So it's greed that's driving people and bringing the Bitcoin dollar up. So this could have been a full scam from this guy by putting $1 million in first, giving the thing some value, and then we're like, oh my God,
He never dropped.
legitimizing it.
Remember, he never put in $1 million.
No, he created this.
He created the number.
Just
There was
right.
never any
It's-
money
right.
attached to it.
Wait, hold on.
And
Wait.
originally,
We gotta step
that
back
100
for a
mil would
bit.
have been like $10 worth. Technically.
When it was what I believe, when it was created,
Yeah.
what it's become now was actually not what this person actually thought it
Yes,
was actually
is
going to
the
become.
intention. Exactly.
Okay, but
That's what I'm saying. I feel like
it's
it's been
gone.
thought through.
It's transformed itself into something totally different than what its intended.
I don't feel
purpose
like
was.
it. I don't feel like that.
They said they were going to get rid of paper money anyways.
No, but it's just
So-
transformed. That's all. It's the same
I
thing.
understand
It's
that.
just
But
digitized.
the government's been talking about getting rid of paper money
Yeah.
for the
But
longest
they still
time.
want control of it.
Well,
and
we
they
didn't
still
know how
want
they're going to
control of
implement it. They didn't tell us how they're going to
watch this.
implement it, right?
So wait.
They started with the debit cards and stuff like that, where no one's walking with cash anymore, right? Everything is done electronically.
Yeah.
Tap.
Everything's being done electronically.
Yeah.
So that's why the Bitcoin now fell right into play with everything else that's going on in society right now. It's like the perfect
I get it.
scenario.
But when you look at the dollar bill, what's the line, the most important line that it says on it? That this is the property of
Commerce.
Okay?
Right.
And you cannot recreate this.
Right.
Okay? But with Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, I can actually create my own currency.
You can.
Exactly.
How?
Legally.
It is on well.
Legally. Legally.
We just have to all decide that what you're creating is worth
So we
something.
can create a cut and
And
run,
that's
cut and run coin.
Yeah.
We could create our own currency.
Okay,
exactly what
so
Bitcoin
you
is.
mine Bitcoin. What the heck? How did you get into mining Bitcoin? How did you learn how? How long has it been?
It's very simple, actually.
Tell me.
You can go on YouTube and learn it too. Just go to YouTube and type in how to mine Bitcoin, and it gives you all the full information.
How many Bitcoins are you getting per day?
You get portions of Bitcoin or payments in different values.
Do you mind us asking how many Bitcoin you have right now?
Just a few.
So what are your thoughts on it? Like, what's your philosophy?
It's really good.
What are you
Last
interested in
night Bitcoin hit $13,000, 13,000 US, and it was. I had confidence that it would come back up, and it's doing that right now as we're speaking.
We could create our own cryptocurrency for as long as we want.
Yeah.
And me and you could trade our own cryptocurrency. Instead of you give me $10, I'm going to give you CC dollar.
Well,
Yeah.
they were doing
You
that.
see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Yeah, of course.
CNR dollar.
Weren't they doing that with tulip buds or something like that at one point?
Right, but
There you
that's
go.
the beauty
Heard about that,
about
right?
it. We've been
Makes sense.
tricked to think that we have to have this, the dollar.
Yeah.
Because this is the stone, the pillar of our society.
Well, that's how you
Well,
buy
it's
stuff.
what's
You can
mostly
only buy
recognized.
stuff.
Right,
Right.
But then this person figured out and said, no, that's bullshit. Why would we just make our own and don't even use that, and now we're going to use our own? To me, that's genius. I think it's genius.
No, it is completely
Absolutely.
genius.
And it's
I'm
legal.
so impressed with it, and I'm like, yeah,
It's legal.
And it's legal. It's
It's
better
legal.
than counterfeit because it's not illegal. It's completely legal.
It's completely
okay,
legal.
You guys realize that he like left it, like.
But that's what
abandoned
pisses
it
off the
in
government.
2011. Maybe that's why.
That's
he's
why the
actually
government's
anonymous.
they're pissed off
Because of the government.
He's now become the
That's what I'm
middleman.
saying. He did the perfect.
Yeah.
That was the perfect move on his part.
anonymous.
Yeah, right?
You'd be killed.
Yeah.
Or could he be the government? Could it be a part of the government?
Yeah.
It could totally be a part of the
Dude,
government.
it's subversive of government. It wouldn't be the government.
But it isn't though. It's still money. It's still, Virgin. It's my point. I think it's still money. It still has value. There's American Express signed with Ethereum.
But
They signed with so
Okay.
there's some realness to this thing.
Yeah, I
How
don't
did
doubt
that
it.
happen?
I don't doubt it. Did you guys hear about the guy that made $1 million selling people Chuck E. Cheese coins?
Oh yeah.
Saying they're Bitcoin?
Oh my god.
Exactly.
So what do you guys think people that don't usually like invest in stocks got so excited about it? Like,
Because it's
taking
like
out
a-
mortgages and stuff.
Right. It's an overnight. You can get rich overnight basically with Bitcoin, and everybody's. It's pretty obvious.
They would have been.
They tried that a long time ago.
And they got shut down quick, right?
Oh, Canadian Tire.
Yeah, Canadian Tire
That's
dollar.
basically
That's
the same
Bitcoin.
thing. That is basically the same
That,
thing.
but you
That
could
is
only
Bitcoin.
use it at Canadian Tire. That
There
was
you
the only
go.
problem.
There you go. But yeah, so they determined the value.
And the value was too low. You get like friggin' for what you purchase, you're getting like practically nothing.
Bitcoin was down 30% this morning. Are you buying or selling?
You
Does
buy,
that?
you buy when it goes down.
Okay, great. That's your opinion. I just want to see what everybody else says. You say buy.
It's always buy
Your
low.
Bitcoin is yeah.
It's always buy low, sell high.
You wouldn't get nervous.
No, I'm a very patient investor. I don't get nervous of fluctuations in stocks and stuff like that. If I do investment, it's always for the long term.
Yeah. Don't spend any money that you can't afford to spend.
It was down 30% though, and you're watching it drop 30% in one day. Are you thinking let me sell, or are you thinking let me buy
But
more?
think about it,
What's your instinct telling you?
Stay.
Leave it. Leave it.
Leave it.
Leave it. I don't know much about the stock market,
It was up 3,000%.
but I seen the thing grow like overnight. Like a few days ago, it was at 21,000. You know what I mean? And I don't know any other stock that goes up and drops like that fast. I've never seen that before in my life.
Yeah, it's unprecedented.
Right,
That's
exactly.
what they're saying.
No,
There
well,
was-
actually, you know, there's.
Yo, if it's
I heard it was the fastest
I think the
growing.
only thing that was even close to something like that was like Apple stock or
Apple.
Microsoft stock, or because those stocks split,
I
right?
heard unprecedented.
It is unprecedented.
Yeah.
Hands down, it's unprecedented. But I would chill.
Any
Why
other
not?
stocks?
Probably more
Stock
by
advice
now.
you guys have for people? Any other good stock advice? Other stocks people should be checking for? Other industries?
Honestly, I
IoT.
suggest people look into the smaller virtual currencies like Litecoin and Ethereum and
Yeah.
start mining them. All you need is a laptop. You know, it takes nothing to install the software that mines it. You might get lucky. It's way better odds than playing the lottery. You got like a 1 in 100 chance.
Any other stocks you've heard of that people should be looking out for?
wheat stocks.
Bitcoin's gotten to the
Wheat stocks. Someone told me Canopy. Check out the Canopy stock. But that's something I'm trying to get into like next year. This upcoming year, yeah. I want to get into more of that.
Like Litecoin. Still,
What stocks I'd invest in right
Stock
now?
tips.
Oh, that's
Anything
easy.
you've heard? What stocks should people
The
be
two
looking
things I'd
into?
invest in right now
Yeah.
is Internet of Things, IoT, and weed. Done.
Stock tips?
I like index funds personally. I think they're very good and they're a more secure investment. But if you are going to invest in individual stocks, play it safe.
Please, yeah.
Yeah, don't invest your whole portfolio in it.
Yeah, every stock that's coming out right now, you want to jump on every weed stock. Every marijuana stock that's coming out right now is amazing. One of the best buys you can get for the 2018. For the cryptocurrency world, you're gonna have to have your preference because there's so many coins out there. You just have to do your research. And Ethereum and the top three, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin Cash should be one of your portfolio for 2018.
Yes, I heard that. The guys that had Facebook supposedly
yes,
stolen
they
from
have
them.
over
They became the first
50%
billionaires.
of the Bitcoin that's out there. So those guys come from extremely privileged, upper class scumbaggery.
Oh, they are scumbags.
They are scumbags.
Straight up scumbags.
So when they start cornering the market on this thing
Well, I wouldn't go
out of
with it.
nowhere, you gotta wonder why.
Right.
You know?
Listen,
Is this just a test run for what they're planning on doing in the future?
Who's they?
Who's they?
The government, the
It's
powers
not
that be.
government. Forget
We don't know that.
government.
We don't know
We
that.
don't know.
We have
That's
no
funny,
idea
right?
who
We
it
don't
is.
know.
You're right,
We
we
don't
don't
know.
know.
We don't know.
You know what? And you know what's so funny?
It's
It
true, we
would
don't
be
know.
actually the best implementation into a strictly digital.
Of course.
Way of
See how people react to
That's why I
it.
say
Get rid of cash altogether,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
guinea pigs.
you
Yeah.
have to avoid.
Actually,
Who spends
we're-
cash anymore?
That's a
Everybody spends
conspiracy
coins.
But you know what? Honestly,
Tapping on their phone. Yeah, bro. This is Pete Cutter from Cut and Run. Thank you for watching another week of Chop Talk. Please subscribe.
I did it.